This is so nice. I am so lucky, to be honest, that there is a shared back garden at all. It's very, 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 very chill. And it's nice to actually be able to be in like a kind of, oh, I have no gloves. Oh, that's weird. Fake ass bit of forestry and green in the middle of the city. Hey guys, fellas, dudes. Okay, that was to my dogs, by the way, despite one of them actually being female, but hey, she's never particularly made a point of caring which pronoun I use. I don't think. You'd have to understand it. I'd have to teach you the term of the word first. God, I'm so tired. Ow! Oh my god. Sorry. Nah, I'd rather you do stuff and be active, and that we move around and play, and if muscles get pulled, well, that is an unfortunate consequence. Oh shit, I'm a bit injured though. If you were wondering if trying to do a backflip on the trampoline while drunk was a good idea, the back kind of answers the question for me. That don't say shit about how well it may or may not have gone. That's a good point. That's fair. It could have gone better. It could have gone worse. Oh, shit, I'm really tired. I'm very slow to debate things and work things out today as well. Like, I just spent the last, can I have that? Can I have it? What am I gonna do with you? Little while debating whether or not to start a new vlog, because I'm like, I was genuinely musing over whether or not like it. Unfortunately, it requires teaching her the meaning of the words we associate with the English language, so it's not that simple. I was wondering if a dog cared about what pronoun you used for them, and then what sort of conceptualized ideas they'd have to use, but with the way the world is, I was like, that could sound like I'm being insensitive in some way, shape or form for people who do not know anything about our past or our views. And then I was like, oh, I'm too tired to think, to explain and to work out. You gotta drop it first. You gotta drop it, I can't throw it. You do spin. Yeah. I was like, I'm too tired to work out how what I'm saying comes across. I sort of, drop it boy, good boy, go down. Oh, properly, yeah. I sort of seem drawn towards thinking about, drop it, you good boy. What I say will be taken like, but also I don't have the energy to actually view myself external and work out what something could be taken like. And am I like spending a lot of energy doing this all the time? And that seems like bullshit to me suddenly. Like, that sounds like an awful lot of energy usage. Like, I've never seen before how much time and energy goes into viewing us as if from external through every single lens I can think of, to make sure that nothing I say could be accidentally hurtful to anyone in any position ever, which is impossible. Not that I'm saying it's a bad thing to have as a goal, but I don't think that's the way you achieve it. I think probably it's more effective to... Maybe it's because I didn't know or understand my own core beliefs and values, and because they're all built defensively. So it's like I'd have to sort of check every... Yeah, it's like I end up checking everything I say or think, or everything that shows itself, through every single lens of every single thing I could think of that it could possibly be taken in a way I don't mean or hurtful in. But I think if I understand what my own core beliefs are, and I know that they align morally with what I want to believe and are not like defensively inbuilt, I probably don't have to worry about thinking about how I come across. Misunderstandings are inevitable, because it's frankly a fucking miracle that we can communicate at all as a species, considering how much effort it is to get like thoughts from my blob of electrocuted fat to somebody else's blob of electrocuted fat, and then every single word we choose has different connotations from the associations made for each person anyway, so fuck. This is fusion related. You suddenly thinking about how you behave more. Yeah. And also, I haven't done that. I've never, like, I don't think I've ever spent a long time. I'm not sure I've ever spent any time thinking about what impact something I said or did would have on anybody but me or us. It really does seem like a waste of energy. Especially if I know what I believe in, and if I routinely challenge any biases or defensive programming that I have when I encounter it, which I do, then yeah, suddenly I don't really see the need to do it the way I was. Thanks. Okay. Well, it took me that long to like decide not to have to re-record this. You still feel a little bit jumpy. Yeah, I feel it. That was speaking out loud. Yes. I feel very fucking visible, and there are people around, and as much as it seems stupid, but it's very impactful. And it never used to be. And you know, I think that's what a lot of this is. I think that a lot of this is me being like, we've never been in our body. To be impacted by things like emotional responses to things are kind of backlogged or haven't been there or had to be really extreme to be felt. Everything's way more sensitive now, and I'm in the body definitely more. I can feel it a lot stronger. So little things like anxiety about somebody hearing us, I really fucking feel way more than I would have, because I guess I'm not dissociating away from the body and away from the emotions and away from the emotional body, which I swear is a different thing to feelings in my head. Like, I think that's why the idea of like going anywhere or doing anything is way scarier now. Like before, it used to be just, we don't go anywhere or do anything because we're too tired from living in fucking flashbacks all the time. Oops, sorry, you okay? And energy issues and health issues and dissociation all the time, so getting lost and like fuck everything there. And now it's more like, oh, it's actually quite scary to go out and do things and feel the full impact of them. Like, I guess that's what all the dissociation was for, and why all the energy was getting taken and spent that way. And now, instead of having loads of health issues because of the somatic expression of trauma and the emotions, I guess, getting rejected and being disconnected from them, I guess maybe they come out in health issues somehow. Or like, even just thinking about it, if I'm really tense and I don't address it, it will show in my body, and my neck will become really tense and will get a migraine. So, like, I don't know, the intensity of that and the years of that, now it's like, fuck, if I go to the shop, I'm gonna feel like everything, every person that I pass, I can see and feel and be aware of as their own separate person who thinks things and feels things and observes us, and we seem so real that I'm like really here in the body in front of them. It's like, it's very real. It's not just a video game sort of movie feeling type thing where nothing really matters because it's not really happening to me. And then on top of that, my internal experience is like way more intense, so I can actually feel the response to all of this stuff, as well as it being like really real and really here. It's like really causing a really big impact in me as well. And I kind of have to regulate our entire body and nervous system and calm down after every one thing. Like, I've noticed I think when we were still dissociating, dealing with I guess it was ESA people then. Hey, let me take a break. Yep. It was like, ooh, he's a good dog. He's a good dog. Dealing with the ESA people, yeah, when we dissociated, would be like so out of it, like kind of physically unable to move the body, I remember, and like basically feeling nothing, filling out all the forms, and then breaking down into like sudden screaming or crying explosions, and then feeling nothing again. It was like, yeah, I guess all the dissociation protected us. But it was like it was stress. It was just so stressful. But I didn't really feel a lot of deeper emotions about it. And I was very dissociated and cut off, and like very physically felt it. And now it's like I physically felt it in health issues, in my inability to move the body, in fatigue and muscle pain and stuff like that. And now it's like I really physically feel it. I can move the body more. I don't get as much physical pain in the same way. I have got a bit of a headache, but that could actually have been the drinking. Although I think we did have a headache from the universal credit people before the drinking, so. But yeah, every single time they send one journal message or something, if I even know it's there, I start feeling like I'm going to have a panic attack and feeling sick. And then it's like I look into that and address that, and I really physically feel all the emotions in my gut swirling and my chest, like almost fucking palpitating, and it's like I really feel these things, and I'm really aware of what they're connected to, and they're not just like random disconnected, disjointed bodily sensations and pains. And they come with, yes, I will have a panic attack if I do not instantly address these things, regulate our breathing, go through the reassurances of why we're capable and fine. Like, I really, now that I have access to the emotional body and like being in the body, it's like a totally different way of of existing and interacting with things and dealing with things to keep it like maintained and comfortable. And I guess I was never comfortable before, and I didn't realize I was just like cut off from how uncomfortable. So it's all very different. I prefer it. I'm just like, I'm really exhausted. I feel like it's a lot more, it takes a lot more skill and discernment, working out when I need to employ what coping strategy to soothe us or reassure us or comfort us or regulate us in other ways, and like what nervous system state I'm in, so what the body needs from me at the moment to come back to a state of like as near relaxed as we get, because it's like it's not often we get to fully relax, everything's all smooth. Sort of but I guess just getting it out of what feels like constant danger and crisis takes different things for different issues, and it's like, man, it's a lot of new stuff to learn, actually, to be honest. It really is.